Hello, everybody. Happy Valentine's Day, everybody. The old VD. Some of you get it frequently. So I saw something interesting on the way to work the other day. I was driving along and I saw what looked like some people like dancing down the sidewalk. And I was like, well, that's interesting. But as I got closer, I realized that they had weights in their hands. So I'm like, oh, no, they're not dancing. They're just in a cult. So, I'm sure those CrossFit gyms are cults, right? Because I mean, they're just way too energetic for 7 o'clock in the morning. You know, it's like, take it down a notch, Sven. See, I'm a runner, so I like to run. That's my thing. And I definitely will, someday. By the way, you guys, I'm sorry if the set's not the greatest. I haven't performed in a while, so I'm a little rusty, which is the same thing I say after having gay sex. And they buy it every time. But speaking of gay sex, do you guys remember Luigi Mangione, the hot pew pew guy? Well, you're not going to believe this, but I actually had sex with him once. Yeah. Well, I mean, but he was so good in this dream, like for real. Like I woke up totally wet, and it wasn't all just pee. But speaking of being sexy, have you guys ever seen this movie? It came out a long time ago. It's called Black Hawk Down. I never saw it, but I saw an ad for it recently, and it just got me thinking about how much I appreciate Black Hawks. They're just so majestic and beautiful, and you don't want to see them down. You want to see them up, flying free. Black Hawk Down bad. But I was out with a girlfriend of mine recently for brunch, and afterwards we decided that it would be a good idea to go out dancing. But my friend's like already 3 sheets to the wind, like maybe 4 sheets. Like there were a lot of sheets. And she had just gotten Botox recently, and so she wanted to show it off. And so she's going up to strangers, being like, "Look, no wrinkles, Botox." They'd be like, "Great, and what's that white powder under your nose? Is that Botox too?" Or and I've been thinking about getting Botox myself because a lot of my friends have done it and they swear by it. But I'm a little hesitant. I definitely can't get fillers though because I've just seen how they can make you look like really bloated and puffy. And I don't think, well, come to think of it, can you get fillers in your penis? Not that asking for a friend. Oh, get this. So you know how you can have stuff like taken away from a penis, like with circumcision, you can have other stuff in there. So story for you. So a friend of mine was hooking up with this guy recently. By the way, he gave me permission to tell you the story. He just told me I couldn't tell you his name was Avery. So my friend met this guy at a bar, and one thing led to another, and they wound up at my friend's house. And so my friend ended up with this guy's member in his mouth. I promise you guys, this is educational. All right. So he's sucking away, and suddenly he feels something like hard and round in his mouth, and he's like, "Well, that's weird. It's not supposed to be solid." But just then the guy goes, "Oh, maybe we should stop before anything happens. My doctor told me I had kidney stones recently." My friend was pissed, and not just from the kidney stones. He was like, "Well, you're a little late. You don't anymore." Crunch, crunch, crunch. Disgusting. But it's not a fun story. But I had so many questions. Like, what did it taste like? Was it like other bodily stones, or in a league of its own? Was it like a kidney bean? I don't know. Like, also, did you spit or swallow? Like, no, I just have to know in case it ever happens to me. But and I know. By the way, guys, I know what you're thinking. Like, is this guy a model? Well, first of all, thank you. Second of all, like, no, I'm still waiting to be discovered. But I'm sure that contract's coming down the line, hopefully before I turn 21. No, you guys, I know what I look like. Like, there's a reason why I have this beard. Like, every time I shave, I lose any semblance of a jawline. It's just like cheek to neck. Also, I have to hide this like turkey gobbler I got going on here. But dating's hard. You just have to fake it till you make it, I guess. But anyways, that is my time. Thank you guys. Happy Valentine's Day.